guys, welcome to another episode of From Pixels to Plastic. I am your host, Pixel Dan. Now when I was a kid, not only did the toys seem to be a lot cooler, but so did the board games. I'm not kidding. It seems like when I was a kid, all the board games were based on really cool popular properties, including video games. Now we've already talked about a couple video game board games in the past, including Donkey Kong and Q*bert. But the game I want to talk about today is something really special to me because it was one of my favorite board games to play as a kid. Of course, the game I'm talking about is the Pac-Man board game. Now the Pac-Man board game is one of those that actually did a really good job of transitioning the gameplay from the video game into the board. Plus, it gave us some really cool toy-like pieces to use. Okay, I'll bite. You're a ghost? What do you want, ghost? Can you stop bumping into me? What? Great. And I assume you're here because you want to play the Pac-Man board game with me? Alright, whatever. Let's do it. Let's play the Pac-Man board game.
Okay, let's start by taking a look at the box itself. As always, one of my favorite aspects of these is always looking at the cover art. After all, this is the first thing you see in the store, so you need good art to help sell the game. And I really think this Pac-Man box does the trick. We have this incredibly cool image of Pac-Man running along and gobbling up ghosts. How cool is that? If this was on a poster, I'd buy it and hang it up. Therefore, I'd say that the box does a pretty good job of selling me on the game. Next up are the game pieces. The board comes with 2 ghosts, 4 Pac-Man pieces, and a buttload of marbles. Now the ghost pieces in this game are both a solid color blue. I'm unsure why they opted to go with this color rather than using multiple bright colors that we often see the ghosts in, but it's not really a big deal. I guess we can just pretend that they're always running from Pac-Man who just swallowed a power pellet. Besides, I've actually seen this same game come with different colored ghosts. I've seen one version of the game come with yellow ghosts, and another come with green. I'm not really sure why they come in different color variations per board game, but I guess that does give you some options. Now the Pac-Man pieces are a lot of fun. They come in 4 different colors: red, blue, green, and the classic yellow. Most of those colors may seem a bit wacky for Pac-Man, but that's just so you can differentiate between each player's piece. Now the pieces are designed with this really cool action feature. By rolling over the marbles laid out on the board and pushing down, Pac-Man actually gobbles up the marbles like pellets. It's not the most fluid motion, but it's so much fun I guarantee you'll pick up every marble this way. Oh, and here's one more other thing to notice. Pac-Man's got some seriously sharp teeth. It's a little out of character for sure. But both Pac-Man pieces and Ghost pieces are so cool that you almost don't need any rules to this game. You can just bust this out and play with them as if they're Pac-Man action figures.
What? No, that goes over here. What are you doing? Stop. Stop. That goes here. Will you quit moving things? Quit it. What are you doing? You think this is funny? I'm trying to set this up so we can play. Look, do you want to play this game with me or not? God, quit. Jeez. Ah!
The game board is one of the coolest out there because it wonderfully recreates the maze we are used to seeing in the video game. The board has small holes where you place the marbles around the board to act as pellets. There are even yellow marbles that go in specific locations to act as the power pellets. Once you're set up, the ghosts start in the middle and the packs start in their individual colored spaces. Each player takes turns rolling the 2 dice. One die tells you how many spaces to move your pack. The second die tells you how many spaces to move the ghost. You can pick whichever ghost you want and move them anywhere you wish. The idea is to keep them away from your pack. Your pack moves just as you would in the game. The idea is to roll over the marbles and collect them as you go. And just a note, just like in the game, you cannot move through the blue walls.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, your turn, Ghost. What? No. What do you... That is not a legal move. No, stop. What are you doing? Did you not hear me? You can't move through the blue walls. You don't just get to pick your Pac-Man up and move them wherever you want to. You cheated. These are mine. God. I didn't know ghosts were such cheaters.
So the basic idea of this game is to take turns moving your packs around the board and gobbling up marbles. You want to collect as many as you can because ultimately that's how you'll win the game. Players will attempt to thwart each other by moving ghosts into the other player's packs. If this happens, the pack has to turn over 2 marbles to the player and move all the way back to the start position. It's actually a pretty harsh punishment. But luckily, your pack can fight back. If you happen to collect a yellow power pellet, at any time you can decide to gobble up a ghost. If this is done, the ghost is returned to the middle until the next turn, and the pack gets to take 2 marbles from any player he wishes. The rotation of turns continues until every marble on the board is gone. Once this happens, the game ends, and the player who collected the most marbles is declared the winner. It's not an overly complicated game, but that's a good thing. Milton Bradley did a fine job of translating the gameplay of Pac-Man into board game form. It's actually a lot of fun to play, and the more players you have, the more fun it gets. Now this game can be found easily and for pretty cheap online. Just make sure when you get it, it has all the marbles. And I would definitely recommend grabbing this one and checking it out.
Okay, finally we got through this stupid game. But you know what? I got 47 marbles. I think that means I won. How many marbles did you get, Ghost? No. You don't get to just steal my marbles. You didn't win. You did not win. No, you didn't. You know what? You're nothing but a dirty, cheating ghost. I don't want to play any games with you anymore. I'm out of here. God. Ugh.